Okay, folks, it is March the 1st, and I'm in several groups, and I'm trying to push myself to learn some new skills and techniques. And, one of those groups, they're putting out a challenge called VEDA, which stands for Vlog Every Day in April. And so I thought, since I'm new at this and I'm trying to learn and trying to get in the habit of doing some video editing and stuff, and that's what that particular group is geared around, is video, is that I would go ahead and start March the 1st and get started and try to do, not try, but do a video every day in March. And that way by April it would already be habitual and wouldn't be a major issue. Uh, Unfortunately, there may be a little bit of a glitch in the system. And so I'll give you just a little bit of background. Here I started out this morning. I was working on doing a video on why I use Builderall and the features of Builderall. And I was starting out showing some, going to do a series of videos explaining explaining how to use some of the tools. And I think by now you may have already guessed why I'm having to put that on hold. I, you know, to give you a little background history, in the latter part of 2004, I collapsed at Camp Chevy, Mississippi, and was non-responsive for an hour and 12 minutes. And because of that issue, I have memory issues, and so sometimes I can't remember what I'm trying to do. Sorry. So anyway, today happens to be one of the bad days. And so I started out planning, and I can't keep my focus. And the reason being is I woke up out of rhythm this morning, and I've done pretty good for a while, but today's not going to be one of those good days. I've had family members, I've had friends that don't understand exactly the struggles I'm going through and what I'm having to do. And a lot of times people are asking me, what is this nonsense that you're trying to do online? What are you trying to do with the blacksmithing? What are you trying to do here? I've literally been told, you need to grow up. I'm 47, but I need to grow up and get back to work and support my family. Well, folks, to give you a little history, I'm a licensed massage therapist. I've been doing massage for 6 years. I love it. I work with a lot of special needs clients. However, I also have a severe spine issue. And between the spine issue, I was told by a neurosurgeon that if I continued doing what I was doing, that I would end up in a wheelchair. So that option's kind of off the table. I love heavy equipment. I used to own them, be part owners of a small asphalt paving company. I've been on heavy equipment since I was a kid. I'm a welder by trade. I teach blacksmithing. If you notice, all of that has to do with me being able to perform certain tasks and functions. And unfortunately, I've had to shut down 2 businesses because of my health issues. And now I have made up my mind that I'm going to learn a set of skills online. And that's one reason I'm focusing on Builderall is I can show people, I can help people do anything they want to do on the internet, as far as websites, chatbots, apps, different things, using the Builderall platform. And I can create a passive income. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm also getting into the video and the live streaming, and so that's part of this challenge. But I wanted to give you an idea, and I'm going to pause. You'll notice here I've not edited out. This is the microphone that I'm fixing to use and show what my dilemma is today. So I'll be right back. I'm actually going to pause it so it doesn't bust your eardrums, because I'm fixing to walk up to the mic and stick it to my chest. And I'm also going to change scenes. So give me just a second, I can go ahead and do the transition. And again, I'm not super fast at this, but as you can see, this is the mic, and I'm fixing to basically readjust it so that I can stick it up to my chest. So bear with me, I'll be right back. All right, so unfortunately, again, because of the way I'm having issues thinking, I went to unpause the video and clicked stop recording, but wasn't aware of it. So I spent another 3 or 4 minutes, and now I'm having to start back at the basics. But here I have, I'm up against the mic. Unfortunately, this is a homemade shotgun mic, so it's not the most sensitive one in the world. But I'm going to calm down. I've been, this has been a while. This is after meditating all morning. This is after deep breaths. This is after aspirin. And I'm going to attempt to let you see what my heart is still doing. And the only way I have to show you is by the audio mixer. You'll see the green line bouncing as I'm talking. And so I'm going to quit talking, and I'm going to try to be as still as possible. And most everything that you're going to see should be just my heartbeat. And so that's enough to give you an example. And, basically, as you saw there, it's somewhat out of rhythm. It's actually calmed down a little bit. However, that green bar doesn't do it justice. If I was hooked up to the EKG, that needle would be doing all kinds of crazy stuff, whereas it's supposed to be just a good steady up and down, whatever your regular heartbeat is. It looks like a seismic event going on. And the situation that I will deal with today, if by chance I do finally go back into rhythm on my own, by say it's 11:40 now, by 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon, I won't have enough energy to even keep my eyes open, and I will literally crash, and I will basically sleep for 16 to 18 hours. And the next 2 to 3 days, I will be lethargic, and that's something I've had to deal with, and unfortunately, it happens. If I end up in the hospital, again, I may convert back while I'm laying there and they're getting me hooked up, or like the last time, it could be a 5.5 day ordeal in intensive care, or they may have to electrocardiovert me again. That's happened a couple of times. So, folks, I guess the next time somebody asks me in a not so polite way what it is I'm doing, or I guess the next time somebody takes it upon themselves without having the background of asking me why I'm not taking my finances serious and doing something to support my family, maybe by then I'll have hours upon hours upon hours of real work that they can see. But I'll probably send them this video and say, it's kind of like the old saying, we never know what somebody's dealing with. And I thank the Lord above every day that I only have this small issue. The spine and the heart is nothing. I've got brothers and sisters that came back from overseas. It's got a lot worse situation than I do. And so I thank my lucky stars every day. That's what I tell people. I said, if you think you've got something to complain about, go spend an hour at the VA hospital. And it doesn't have to be the VA, but that's just a good example. Folks, the struggle's real. We're here. As long as the good Lord lets this heart beat in some shape, form, or fashion, I may be out for 2 or 3 days. That's why sometimes you won't hear from me for 3 or 4 days. But I'll be back, good Lord willing. and I'll keep struggling, I'll keep doing, and we're going to make this work. So anyway, I guess officially this is my first official video, even though this is the 5th time I've tried to shoot it this morning, for March. And I'll try my best, good Lord willing, to have one every day. And that way when April comes, Zeta won't be a thing. It'll be a habit. So I appreciate it. Y'all bear with me. If you're a praying individual, I appreciate a few extra ones today. And good Lord willing, we'll see you soon.